we ain't really officially started yet,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah,
it's been fun to talk to the community and just kick it with you guys, man. For real.
yeah. Absolutely, man. It's been a long week, but at least we have some exciting things to talk about today, as is tradition in the fall with gaming. And it's
We've been
always
eating.
we've been eating pretty good, man.
I just named all the games before you came back. I was like,
Hmm.
it's just been so many games. I just named them all within the last 2 months, and I don't have none of them. like, but it's okay because I'm gonna get them when I get them.
Yeah.
Dave is a big Final Fantasy Tactics guy himself, so
The tactics drop? Oh
um,
my gosh.
hell yeah, yes.
I
And
didn't
I
even know.
don't have
I
it.
don't know why I thought that was coming out like later, like November. Oh
No,
my
we
god.
eating too good, man. We eating too goddamn good out here, man. We're fat. We're fat out in
Yeah.
these streets.
Yeah, it's definitely a good time to be a gamer, man. It's
I'm not gonna even ask you how you like it, Dave. I already know. We've had conversations. Like,
yeah.
I just can't wait to get my hands on it, man. I'm so sad
I got to put some.
because that was one of the major games. Like when we were talking about games, like 1,000 episodes ago,
Yeah.
when we were listing off the games that we were waiting to come out, and Tactics was definitely one of them.
I remember you. Yeah, I remember you talking about tactics. That's definitely one of those series I wish I would have gotten into when I was younger. I was pretty big
Not too
into
late.
Final Fantasy when I was a
You would love
kid.
Tactics.
Yeah,
The way that you think, the way that your mind think, yeah, you would love Tactics.
because I
And then
played
I try to
I played a few
feed
Power
that
Stone,
thirst.
not Power Stone, Fire Emblem games when I was a kid. I really like those. That kind of reminds me of that tactic style gameplay. The thing I liked about
Mhm.
Fire Emblem, I don't know if you've ever played Fire Emblem, but if your characters die, they die forever. So Fire Emblem is like
Oh,
the stakes are pretty high and in
oh,
those
that
type of
pissed
games.
me off. I tried to fix I tried to quench my thirst with it was like, what was it, Metal Slug Tactics, and that shit just pissed me off.
Oh yeah, I remember that came out. That kind of came and went. Now that you mention it, yeah,
It was for a reason, but
that's unfortunate.
it was for a reason. It just, in my opinion, I don't know how it was received by the public, but to me, it just wasn't that good.
Yeah,
Maybe because I'm just so stuck on Tactics, but
let me see which one.
I think all you guys would enjoy Tactics, honestly. If you ever catch it like on a sale, or
Yeah,
you don't have to get it immediately, but I will recommend it.
yeah. I think the last Fire Emblem game I played when he was on DS. Let me see if I can find the name of it. Gosh, man, it was such a long time ago. Like a
Mm.
really long time ago.
Hey, actually, it's crazy that we got Dave and Weenie in here because they both have like massive collections of physical copies
Yeah.
of their games. Like you guys are both
You guys are
physical copy people.
our physical collector crew, man. Yeah, that's
Our
true.
archives. We're gonna call you guys what was it on Halo?
Oh,
Better not.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of the fucking Halo archive. Halo archive.
Yeah, both of y'all collect physical games and have a nice collections too, by the way.
Yeah,
Y'all should post pictures of y'all collections. Well, I know Weenie did before,
yeah.
but we need
Winnie's collection is pretty fire, man.
some updated pictures, Weenie. And then Dave, you should show us the command center, man. He has a nice collection
It might have
of
been.
PlayStation
No, it
games.
wasn't Radiant Dawn. That came out on the Wii. I can't remember, chat. Anywho, mine is set now. Oh yeah,
Damn, goddamn,
I
Weenie.
remember him. I remember Weenie talking about
Because he got it insured,
he was gonna
right?
get
I
it
remember you
insured.
saying.
Yeah. Oh, it might have been Sacred Stones. That was on Game Boy Advance. I think this was it.
Well, I did the
Yeah.
calculations for all the games on 360, and it was pretty expensive because I was gonna collect every game for 360, and it's like 4,500 games.
You know, it's funny. I mean, a lot of them still kind of hold their value, especially if they're unopened. Because my coworker, he collects. I think it's Super Nintendo games. It's either Super Nintendo or the original Nintendo. He's a real big collector of like the original ones, and he's trying to collect all of them, and he's pretty close from what he told me.
Look at these
It was pretty
numbers in the
interesting.
chat. All
It's been
right,
around
if
50.
y'all the audio
Sounds about
listeners,
right. Yeah, 50K. That's nuts.
yeah, their collections look dope too. I think
Yeah.
because Dave showed me a picture a long time ago. Yeah, we need some updated pictures of our
Yeah, Dave,
archive.
if you're comfortable, man, if you want to post some of those images of your collection in Discord, that'd be cool, man. I'm sure Weenie and everyone else would love to see them for sure. That'd be awesome. You need to step your game up. Nah, don't say that. It's not a competition. Come on.
No,
Come
because
on.
I think it's because of the games, Weenie, that Dave collects, because he has Dave, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Dave is like doing all the PlayStation games. Like I think he has
Oh, okay. Yeah,
physical
that's
copies of all the PlayStation games, and some of those games are still like actually they like 50 probably plus. Some of them games are expensive.
yeah. A few of them are triple digits for sure. 100%.
Yeah, some of them games. Yeah, see, Dave is doing all the PlayStations. I think Weenie has a variety of everything though. Weenie, correct me if I'm wrong. Like you have a little bit of everything, right?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
He said not worth 20K though.
You're not going for a collect. You're just picking up stuff to catch your eye. Yeah, I've noticed that it's
Yeah.
usually like two types of collectors: either people who want everything, or people who are just like you, Weenie, who collect stuff that either have like an emotional connection to, or you're just genuinely interested in, which is fine too. I don't think there's a right or wrong way about it, personally.
Hey man, as long as it make you happy at the end of the day.
As long as it makes you
Because I
happy.
actually, you guys have honestly, I think I'm gonna start picking up physical copies as well, considering all the shit that's going on with this. Do you really own the game? Are you renting the shit? You're paying $60 to rent
Well,
it and all this.
unfortunately, even with that, right? Even if you buy modern games, you still have to download essentially the game itself. The
Hmm.
discs nowadays are essentially only like keys that give you access to the games. I guess you could say that still kind of gives you ownership in a way, but it sucks like losing content over years. I get like the problem, but I remember when we went to California and we were talking to that guy. I don't know if you remember. We were talking to that game preservation guy from I think it was from the official like video game museum. Let me see if I can remember.
Oh yeah, we know.
That was probably yeah. He's from the National Video Game Museum. That was one of my favorite conversations I've ever had with a person. Man, that guy was super humble and he understood like the importance of history. And yeah, it's in Texas apparently. It's in Frisco, the National Video Game Museum. I've always wanted to go. Not necessarily to Texas, but I do want to see the museum just to say I've seen it.
Oh
So
well, it sounds like a trip.
yeah, so
And then it's out of what? Where is it at? That
Frisco.
ticket probably don't cost shit.
Yeah, it's out in
Yeah,
Frisco according to Google. But
yeah, that
yeah,
ticket probably don't cost nothing.
let's see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We just running off at the mouth.
We're here now.
We
Welcome to episode
yeah.
244, guys. Welcome to another cold open for
Mm,
the Super Weapon Podcast,
just
man.
jumping right in. Hey, but before we do get started, though, before we do get started, I just want to say, hold on. No, we can go ahead.
Nah, man. If you got
Hold
you got
on.
some good news.
It's not necessarily good news because I'm trying to see something right now. Because my mother and her dog.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's sad, man.
Oh.
We want to give a big rest in peace to my
Oh.
mother and my father's dog.
Oh
She
man.
finally just seen, what do they call it? The greener pastures.
Oh, that's sad.
She was old. She was an old gal. She was an old gal. I mean, but it kind of, the blow was a little softened because I mean, we all knew.
Just kind of knew it was coming.
Like
Yeah.
she was just old. She was old. She just moved around slow. It was just one of those things, man.
Man, rest in peace, little puppy,
Yeah.
man.
So her name was Missy. We got to give her a shout out because Missy was,
Rest in
that was
peace,
their dog.
Missy. Oh
That was their
man.
dog. I don't know. I don't think my mom wants another one because I was gonna
Yeah.
surprise her with another one, but I don't think she wants another one, and that's fair. But
Yeah.
we've always been a dog family. Like we've always had dogs in our family, so it's kind of a big deal. So it's like having a little brother or something. Like people really don't understand. Like dogs, I know you understand because you got a like Noah's Ark over there of freaking
Yeah,
pets.
we got
But
a lot of pets,
once
unfortunately. Yeah.
once the animals get a part of your family, man, they like really a part of your family. You get really attached to them, and we've had the dog for 1,000 years. So rest in peace, Missy. We're gonna miss you. We're gonna miss
Man,
you,
I'm
man.
sure she's getting all the treats up there, man, in that nice big field with all the other pets. Rest in peace, Missy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh,
And now we can jump into the meat and potatoes. Call of Duty Battlefield. Field of
yeah,
Duty.
I felt like this was worth talking about again because Call of Duty has made some interesting decisions over the last week in general in regards to where they see things in terms of matchmaking and skill-based matchmaking, and I think that pressure was brought on by the momentum that Battlefield 6 has. So, excuse me. Battlefield 6 is officially out as of yesterday. If you guys are listening to this recording, it came out October 10th. And I was watching a streamer yesterday. This just kind of talks to, I think, how big of a return I think Battlefield has made, especially since, what was it, 2042 that recently came out like 4 or 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The queue was sitting at about 200,000 players, right when the game launched. And that
The
was just,
queue, mind you.
and that was just on Steam. So I don't know if there's a queue today or, if that's still a thing going on now, but I do want to give them their flowers because we played the beta. I had a great time. I'm assuming, you guys did as well. But it was awesome to see competition because I feel like, we've talked about this over the years, man. Call of Duty's gotten incredibly comfortable in their seat. And they felt like that they could just make whatever decisions, they wanted, whether that was to the detriment of the community or not. Because, like I've mentioned before in the podcast, I'm still very much involved in like the esports side of Call of Duty. Like I still watch it pretty regularly. It's probably honestly the thing I watch, the esports I watch more than anything. And I know a lot of people have a lot of feelings. I know there's been a lot of angry opinions, but I think for us, it's more about just really having a actual conversation instead of trying to prove one over the other. Because I think over time this will be a good thing for COD. With how they extended. So they extended the beta, which I thought was hilarious, until I think today, if I remember right. That was clearly a move. I think that was honestly a reaction to the hype for Battlefield 6. And they also announced that they're going to be reverting a lot of the changes for skill-based matchmaking. So to give you guys a bit of an idea of what skill-based matchmaking is, for those of you who don't know what it is. So essentially skill-based matchmaking, it functions as it tries to level out the teams against each other. So you're going to be playing players a lot closer to your skill level a lot more often versus where Call of Duty used to be, where it was kind of like an open matchmaking system, basically just filling lobbies up with people, whether they were better than you or not, or on your skill level. That was just kind of a roll of the dice.
So why does people complain about that so much? Like,
I think it's a lot of things. And I agree with some of them. I think skill-based matchmaking is good in certain playlists. I don't think it should be the foundation of multiplayer. Because when we used to play a lot, there was never really any, I don't want to say like easy games, but like sometimes you just want to get on and just, shoot the shit with your friends and not really pay attention to what you're shooting at. And you weren't really afforded that over the last 5 or 6 Call of Duty titles. And I don't know how true this is. Take this with a grain of salt. There was a former developer who worked at COD for a long, long time. I believe he was one of the leads for Zombies for a while. And I think his name is Brian Bright. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But he mentioned essentially that the skill-based matchmaking changes were made from some executives, even though some of the developers tried to fight said change, because they thought over time that it would be to the detriment of the community, which it has turned into. Because I mean, especially with content creators, I get it. You guys want to, 100 kill, multi nukes and stuff. You
don't want to get smoked on your stream.
Well, I won't even say that. I think it's just harder to create entertaining content when you're playing people of your skill level all the time, because you got to lock in. You really have to lock in a lot of the older COD, especially like like I said, the last 5 or 6 titles. There were no casual games, and I don't think that should be everyone's experience. You should offer the players the choice of what they want to do, right? I think that skill-based matchmaking is fantastic for ranked modes.
Yeah, I was going to say, why don't they just have ranked in and casual?
I think, well, considering what they announced this week, I'm assuming that's the direction they're going to go in. And with Call of Duty, they do this thing now where they delay the release of ranked for a number of reasons. I think it's to help the longevity of these titles as the year progresses, because we get a new Call of Duty every year. But it's a tough thing to balance. I can see arguments for both sides, but I will say I think that whatever implementation of skill-based matchmaking they've had over the last several years has really kind of pulled down Call of Duty as a whole, in my opinion. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know if it's the same I'm going to assume there's skill-based matchmaking in Warzone as well. That's just my assumption. Because why would they not have it in that if they have it in traditional multiplayer? And Warzone is basically a shell of its former self. Like, that's a whole other conversation. Like, Warzone is essentially dead, I think, at this point, especially if Battlefield 6 is their battle royale, if it has even close to a smidge of being good. Like, I think people are already flocking to the game in preparation for the BR. But it's just interesting to see that COD has kind of flipped the narrative, or they're trying to flip the narrative. And I'm not gonna lie, it piqued my interest, because like we said a few episodes ago, I told you guys I was not planning on playing Call of Duty this year. I still am holding firm in that, because I want to see I want to see legitimate change, and you can tell me, hey, we're gonna change right now, but who's to say they won't flip the switch down the road, like 6 months from now, or the next COD title? You know what I mean? Like, I want to see this actually work. So where are you kind of in this whole mix of Battlefield versus COD? I know how you feel about COD. Like, we've talked about that quite a bit.
Well, we're gonna, because we was giving it up a little bit before we jumped into the show today, and I just want to kind of harken back on that and reiterate on some things that we were talking about.
Yeah, of course.
And we have invested quite a bit of time in Call of Duty.
Thousands of hours.
For those who don't know,
easily.
So it's not like, when you hear us talk, it's not like a shit fest on Call of Duty. It's more or less of a big brother who looks at his little brother and just wants him to do better. Okay. We just want Call of Duty to do better. We don't hate Call of Duty. There's not one of those one-sided hate trains or whatever, the hate mafia, the internet, whatever you want to call it.
No,
this is not a mob mentality. We want you to know that this is a critique. And I feel like we deserve better. I feel like Call of Duty has gotten to a point where it's real relaxed over there. And I think they got caught with their pants down. Now they're trying to play catch up because they never expected Battlefield to do what it was going to do. Yeah. And, even with the skill-based matchmaking, right? Even I thought about this too, because even if they do create like a ranked and a casual, we still have the problem of people who need to be playing ranked in casual, it just murdering everything. Like, so that's going to be very hard thing to kind of balance out, because no one's ever going to be happy. Let's put it like that. No one's ever going to be happy when it comes to that conversation. So it is what it is, but I feel like Call of Duty has a lot of other things as well that they could be working on. I think, because I don't know what happened to this, but they did one year do this. I don't think this should be an every 2-year game, in my opinion. I think that gives it a nice little grace period to where people can miss it. And I know it's a money train. I know this is a long shot, because Call of Duty is going to make money. We're going to talk all this shit. Call of Duty is going to sell. I truly believe that we're going to have a lane for these two types of games that are kind of different, right? Because a lot of people are movement freaks, and a lot of people are complaining that Battlefield doesn't have that movement.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, go play Call of Duty. If that's what you want, if you want to hop around like a jackass and do spins, and you have Call of Duty, right? So we kind of creating this lane that had two different types of games. But I love the fact that Battlefield just kind of came out of nowhere. And then it's just like, I don't know if it's a combination of people are finally waking up and getting tired of Call of Duty shit, or if Battlefield is just legitimately that good. Like,
Yeah.
which I would say from what I played, it is good. It's fun.
Yeah. It's
But my
fantastic.
question is this, Darius.
Mm-hmm.
After so many buildings fall and so much shit blow up, like how long, how do they keep this momentum going? And how long is it gonna last? Because I could see after a couple of months,
Yeah.
it kind of, because FPS is in general, after a couple of months, it's just like it's there. So I want to see their roadmap. Well, I think they do got one thing that's going to keep it very interesting,
I think they.
and I believe they learned from Halo is their creator mode, which a lot of people are in there creating Call of Duty maps, which is crazy to me. Like, but I think the creator mode will keep it, will, add on to its longevity. And then, like you said, if the BR hits, if they get a good BR, and then one thing that Call of Duty does that Battlefield has yet to do is corner the esports market. If they could find a way to do that,
Yeah.
and we legitimately, Call of Duty has legitimately, they should be shaking in their boots a little bit, because as much as we talk about Call of Duty and we're tired of it, it has a good esports scene, even though it's kind of been topsy-turvy lately.
Yeah.
But still, the Call of Duty League, it's still a thing. They still hold it down in esports. They have a core of people over there. So that gives them a little bit of a leg up. But if Battlefield somehow, and I don't see how Battlefield, I don't know. I don't know how that looks as an esport. Maybe you could tell me, because
that was something I was gonna say too. It's interesting. And for our audio listeners, so I have up the post launch content for season 1 of Battlefield 6. It starts October 20th. But to kind of go back to what you were talking about, like in terms of longevity and support, I think over time I could see it going one of two ways. And for some of our younger listeners, Call of Duty and Battlefield used to be parallel essentially in the industry. One would come out, they would both come out, and it would always be the COD kids versus the Battlefield kids, and vice versa. And it was fun. In my opinion, it was fun. It was healthy competition. I hope that, I know they've tried esports before with Battlefield in previous titles. I mean, clearly it didn't work as well as they'd hoped, because there isn't a equivalent to like the CDL or the Call of Duty League, but there could be, especially with the release of the BR, whenever that is. But I think I agree with you. I think that the key for Battlefield and COD will be the support that they have over time. And I wonder if Battlefield is going to try to go the road of appealing to that part of the audience that's swinging the fence. Like, one thing that I saw a lot of people talking about yesterday was camos in Battlefield. And I guess how you unlock camos might be slightly different from the way COD works. I'm not sure how it works in Battlefield 6 yet, but I would love to see some sort of, I'm fine with the camo grind. I think those were fun back in the day, doing certain things for a weapon to get, a gold camo or a diamond camo. Like, I think those types of things are fine in a game like Battlefield. I don't think that breaks the immersion personally for me. Because I've seen some of the camos and they just seem pretty standard, nothing too, out there or crazy. But I hope that past this, this initial roadmap, I'm sure they have things in store, but just like you said, we kind of have to wait and see, how things kind of play out on that front. But I hope this game gets the support that it deserves, right? And to kind of mention like what Weenie and Dave were talking about, when Weenie talking about skill based, here's my personal feelings, right? I never really felt bad playing a game of Call of Duty where we got our asses kicked, because we used to do it to people so much. There would be times where we would just spawn into a lobby and we would get absolutely just thrashed. and that was fine. You know, I always felt like that stuff motivated me to want to get better at shooters. You know, even to the point where, you know, they don't automatically break up lobbies anymore in COD. Apparently, they're going to stop doing that. So you'll have a chance. Like, what if that you just like, okay, we had an off game. Let's play these guys again. You know, that spirit of competition, essentially. And that's something that I enjoy about shooters. That's why I play competitive shooters, because it just scratches that part of my brain that I don't get in a lot of other places.
Right.
And, you know, just like I've mentioned before, my favorite game mode in any shooter ever, forever, and will always forever be search and destroy. I've played so many other shooters over my life, and there's nothing that has come close to the excitement of search and destroy in Call of Duty. Just my personal opinion. And I don't know if I'll ever get that, you know, again, which is fine, but you know, that just speaks to me, like I said, right? Like, I don't feel bad for if I match up against a pro player or Scumpy or one of the well-known COD faces. Like, you know, that honestly motivates me more to want to do better, you know what I mean? Or want to show out in front of these guys. And, you know, I don't think you get those opportunities when you're playing skill-based matchmaking, when everyone is as good as everybody else. You know, you don't get the chance to be the hero in the lobby. You don't have those heroic moments that give you that adrenaline or those good chemicals in your brain to keep playing, right? Like, because I remember times when we were playing Cold War or even the most recent COD, Black Ops 6, where we would eke out a win and I would be mentally drained. Like, I would be like, my God. You know, it's crazy when you have, you know, 5 or 12 people in the lobby all doing like 30 plus kills. That's insane. Like, that's not something that you normally would see in older games. And I'm not saying that to say you should just beat up on lesser skilled opponents, but you don't have the opportunity to truly shine or even if you just want to spawn in and just play around with some non-meta weapons. You don't get that opportunity in Call of Duty right now. You have to play with the best guns.
The meta, yeah.
You know, you can't run around with a rocket launcher and a riot shield because you're going to get smoked. You're going to get absolutely fucking smoked. And Battlefield, I think, affords you that opportunity because, A, it's class-based and you have different roles for each class. So you can kind of choose how you want to engage your opponents, or if you want to support your team, being a medic or an engineer. You're not afforded those opportunities in Call of Duty. And that's why I say those games, that's why I look at them as two different games, and a lot of people don't, which is crazy to me because they operate, in my opinion, fundamentally are different shooters.
That's what I'm saying. When I said we're sitting in a place of whether we see it or not, it's actually a good thing because you have two fighting, I said fighting, first person shooters that are kind of different.
Yeah.
So it's like if you want to be a medic and do all that stuff and fix people's tank, be an engineer, fix up the tank, and you know, you have these specific roles, you have Battlefield. If you want to fly around the map, wall bouncing and sliding and freaking doing
drop 80 kills in a nuke,
drop kills and quick scopes, and you got Call of Duty. So you have, it's just like, I'm not going to complain about Call of Duty not having things that Halo don't have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like when I want to play Halo, I play Halo. When I want to play Call of Duty, I play Call of Duty. And it took me a long time to get to a point where I can play different types of shooters without being confused.
Yeah,
like,
I feel
for a long time I had a Halo mentality because it was the first person shooter that I played the most.
Yeah.
So when I played Call of Duty, it used to be hard for me to get out of that head tapping, jumping, and strafing like mind frame. Because you play Halo different. But I think this is good for first person shooters, speaking of Halo, you know, because you have the Halos, you will have Battlefield, you will have Call of Duty. I just think Call of Duty just need to do some, and we've said this before, we've echoed this sentiment before. This is nothing new. We've said that Call of Duty need to refreshen some things, and hell, I'll even give them a little bit of grace because of the fact. But the matter is, Call of Duty has been out way longer than both of these games. So Halo and what Call of Duty.
I don't know. When was Battlefield? When did the first? That's a good question.
I'm
I think
pretty sure Call
Battlefield
of Duty has
dropped
been out longer.
2002. When did the first
But when did Battlefield like get really? Because it was
like
Bad Company
popular?
back then,
Yeah, so
right?
actually Battlefield's like a year older technically as a franchise.
Because it was Bad Company before it became Battlefield, right? Am I
No, it
mistaken in
was
that?
1942 was the first Battlefield game.
Oh well, I stand corrected. Well, they
According
both
to
have
Google.
long stoic histories. If you guys do know,
Yeah.
feel free to correct us. Jump in the drop a comment on the YouTube or jump in the Discord, and we are
But
always
I
open
mean,
to
that's a
conversations.
good point too, right? Because even Dave mentioned it. You know, a lot of people have been playing
But they didn't
COD
come out every
since
year,
like the
right?
early 2000s. No, they didn't. And COD started off as like a single player kind of World War II focused game, right?
It was, but it had multiplayer.
It
I
had
remember
it had
because
multiplayer, but it wasn't the premier mode that people bought COD for. I mean, honestly, you think back, like I
but I
think
mean
I
that
think
still
I
just
think
shows
COD,
you
COD, Battlefield, Halo were the first like major console games that brought multiplayer FPS to the masses. Because before that, you only had like Quake, CS:GO. Those games were PC based, and PC gaming wasn't as popular. Not even a
yeah.
tenth of what it was, back then to versus now. So I think that is probably a big indicator too. That's a good point that you brought that up. I think, you know,
But like, yeah, it's been out for so long, even with or without like
yeah,
multiplayer, right?
yeah,
It's still, you still got 20 plus year fatigue. Like
yeah.
you've been pumping these things out every year. And because I remember when we was deployed, we were playing,
Let me see.
it was one of them old ones. It was like one of them World War II ones we were playing multiplayer.
See. Yeah, I'm gonna look up the release dates for
Now
it
it
because
wasn't
I don't
famous.
think they definitely didn't start out yearly. No, yeah. See, between Call of Duty 1 and 2 was the 2 years.
Yeah.
Call of Duty 3
Oh, okay.
was 3 years. It didn't really take off until 2007, you would say. So yeah, about where Dave mentioned.
When
So
they
like
started dropping
2008,
annually.
because that was COD 4, that was Modern Warfare, and then after that World at War, and then yeah. So basically since 2007, it's been a yearly
Wait, that was the
franchise.
one when they were in Chernobyl. And you
Yeah.
had to crawl on the ground. You was a
World,
sniper, and you
World
had
at
to hide
War,
in the
I
bush.
honestly hate it. I hated World at War. This was my least favorite COD of all time. Period. Like full stop. Outside of
Ghost.
next to see Ghost was good multiplayer. It had a good ranked system. Everything else was pretty
Ghost. I
bad.
don't know what it was. I could not latch on to that multiplayer. I hated that shit.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
fair.
why. No, but you know why? No, I know why. Because I was still in my
Still in your
I was
Halo.
still deep in my Halo phase.
Yeah, still in your Halo bag back
Like I
then.
was a hater. I ain't gonna lie. Like when I was playing Halo, like I hated Call
I
of
was
Duty
the
people.
same. I was the same. I started out playing Halo. Halo was really like the first competitive shooter I played, because before that I was usually like single player kid. JRPG single player stories was really my
Mm-hmm.
bag until I found this game in arcade I used to go to when I was a kid. That was really like where my love for shooters kind of took over. But yeah, I mean, and I guess at certain points, there's only so much that they can try. There's only so much they can do to keep things fresh for users. But I think like I
Yeah,
said,
it's
over the
20
years
years.
they've made quite a few mistakes, and they're trying to course correct. Because let's see, I think which one really started skill based matchmaking for COD? It was Infinite Warfare is number 2 for me. Most hated COD. It was trash. I think it started around maybe Black Ops 4. Actually, it might have started around 2019 when they started really implementing skill based matchmaking. Because then you had a bunch of it was pretty much around this. So this generation of CODs here, like the last 6 before, were the ones
So
that
yeah,
really took off
that's
slow.
why. Excuse me. That's why I kind of give them grace a little bit. Think about it. That's a long time to keep something fresh, new, and entertaining.
Yeah. Agreed.
But at the same time, I'm like, y'all have to do something.
Yeah.
I think what it is about Battlefield is, now this is just me. This is me personally. I love chaos. All right.
Yeah.
I like to scream. Don't play with me. I will scream in your ear. I'm the guy screaming medic. I'm the guy flying around trying to revive everybody
Yeah.
because no, because they piss me off because I want to gatekeep a little bit because I used to be the only medic who cared. Now it's like everybody want to be the medic now,
I
and I'm
will
like,
I
I
will
hate
give
that.
you that. Back when we played Battlefield 1, you were definitely more on that side of the
Look,
you
guys,
yeah.
I'm not a killer. I'm not
He's
a killer.
definitely a team player, man. I'm not gonna say
When we
that, but
played Call of Duty, like I was the B Baron. Like my job was to get B and hold it down.
yeah.
And I was good at that. Like putting up a 60, 70 bomb, you're not gonna get that out of me. All right. Even though I got better, because ooh man, what was it? Black Ops 2? When I found that, what was it, MP7 with the
Yeah. It was
that's
yeah.
when I finally found my stride on actually being able to kill something. But
Yeah.
I just think that with Battlefield, it's so chaotic, and that's my thing. I just wonder,
Yeah.
will that be like a phase after a while, like a fad or a trend or whatever you want to call it? Like after you get tired of shit just blowing up, you just, well, do I want to go back to Call of Duty? And that's just me thinking from my standpoint. I wonder if other people feel like that because I'm like, there's only so many walls that can fall on you, and how so many times you can get sniped because that's the thing in Battlefield 2. People love to
Oh,
hide and snipe.
hey,
They
give me one
love to
second. I gotta step
fucking
away.
hide.
1 second. 1 second. I'll be right back. You keep talking.
Yeah. They love to hide and snipe on Battlefield. So I wonder after about 3 months, will we see like kind of a fatigue or a shift in what people are playing? Will people go back to COD? Or I honestly don't think so because I think with the creator, what is it, the creator thing in Battlefield where people can create maps, I think we're going to see a lot of unique types of maps being made. And I think that's going to be one of the biggest things that we see um, that will help keep Battlefield in people's minds. So Call of Duty, like we said, we're not like the internet. We're not going to just sit here and shit on Call of Duty because it is a game that we've played here on Super Weapon a lot.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
Longevity heavily depends on the BR mode. I don't disagree with that
Yeah.
because that seems to be the hype that a lot of people are into, like the BRs and stuff. Because no matter how bad Call of Duty BR is, no matter how poorly optimized it is, no matter how much shit people talk about it, people still play it. I have friends who play it to this day. They complain about it and they play it.
You talking
But
about Warzone?
so yeah,
Well, we'll see. I mean, like I mentioned before we started, when they had the whole COD next a couple of weeks ago, I've seen quite a few COD, we call them Warzone, I guess you can call them Warzone pro players, have been talking about how they're taking a step back. They're excited for Battlefield's. Let me see, when actually does their BR come out? Battlefield.
see what I like about Battlefield though is once it touch you, you're dead.
Yeah.
Because all those people who like to play in the smoke in the final circle, dance around in the smoke and put your gas mask on and doing all this bullshit. Yeah, no, you touch it, you die. I think that's a nice thing to add on there because it's
Yeah.
going to make the games quick.
Okay, so there's no
Those games,
there's no official release date for it, but people are speculating it'll be before the end of the year. I could see like a December. That's it's funny.
are they going to do a holiday drop
they could
for
do
sure?
they could do the funniest thing ever because COD would usually drop their BR in December. Battlefield could do
Just
the
drop
same
them
thing.
side by side.
I would. Why not?
Be a bitch. Be a bitch. Be a bitch about
Why
it.
not? I think that would be hilarious. Personally,
Be an asshole. Just be an asshole about it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I would definitely
You
love
battle of
to
the
see them
BRs. But see, my biggest gripe with Call of Duty BR, and this is the reason why I don't play it. I just don't. And I think, you know what? I'm gonna say Battlefield as well because all of the I just don't like all of the just the downloads and the screens and the like how they have it now. And then Call of Duty doing this thing where they got this hub with like Black Ops 6 and 5.
It looks
And
like a mobile game, honestly. They need to fix the UI for it. I agree with you on that. Like the UI for
they just
COD
need
is
to clean
terrible.
it up, man. They need to clean that up for real,
Yeah.
because there's too much going on. You have people like my brother over there who's It don't take much to confuse him. He's a little slow, but
I mean,
he's my brother.
to be
But
fair, man, those menus can be confusing sometimes. Like it.
No, I was about to say I give it to him. I understand what he's saying
Yeah.
now because even with Battlefield when they dropped the beta,
Yeah.
I didn't like the menu. I didn't like none of that. I was like, what is going on? Like, simplify this for the casuals, okay? At least the menus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you be able to jump in a match with your friends. And I get why it's a little difficult when you have crossplay, you're trying to play with your friends on different systems and
Yeah.
you got to sign in today. And this is what I was explaining to my brother. Like, they have it like that because of crossplay, because people are playing on different systems. So
yeah, it's definitely not an
you have
easy
to have
thing
a
to
hub,
solve.
right?
Yeah, that's fair.
You have to have like a hub, and usually the hub is like, hey, sign up for EA online, and you have an EA name, so y'all all kind of find each other on there. So on the tech side of that, I know it's a lot, but if we want crossplay, we can't bitch about crossplay and then
At
bitch
least
about
at least clean up some of the menus. Like I'm fine with a hub. I
yeah.
think the hub is fine.
Yeah, because they need the hub. They're going to need the hub, but just make it. Think about the casual people that are just trying to jump in with the game with their friends, because it just be a lot of times where I'll try to play with my brother and he's like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't. This shit's pissing me off. I'm going to bed.
To be fair, it's not just Call of Duty. A lot of shooters are that way because we had the same issue with Siege when we were playing it a few months ago.
Yeah, Siege, and then I was curious because with this ultimate jazz Xbox Ultimate, I got some Fortnite subscription that I don't care about, but I was curious to see what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just kind of like downloaded Fortnite, was playing around with it.
Yeah.
And I was like, this looks like a cluster fuck. Like, what is this? Like, it's shit everywhere. Like, how do I start a game? Like, I just want to jump into the game. I don't care about what you're trying to sell me, because when you first log in, it's gonna be like 5 screens. Hey, get the ultimate booty butt cheek pack, or get this, or buy this skin, and you get
mobile tactics, man. Mobile game tactics. And you think about it too, you can play Fortnite on your phone, so it's definitely catered to getting users to spend money. And
yeah,
I understand from a business standpoint. I'm not gonna sit here and just shit on the idea of putting monetization in front of players, because once again, the player can choose to not purchase those things. But when they become like invasive to that point, it's just kind of annoying. Like, the one thing I always hated that I see nowadays in games is like the pop-up ads that you'll get.
Oh my god.
It'll be like, buy the new battle pass, or buy the new DLC, or and once again, fine, you're trying to get people to spend money. It is annoyingly effective, because it really is kind of like psychology. Honestly, if you guys are ever curious about the psychology of trying to get people to spend money, it's definitely something worth looking into, even if you're just like a casual consumer, because then you'll start to understand why companies make a certain decisions, even down to the colors of text or font,
red,
or images. Yeah, like DC honestly could probably tell you a lot better than I could, because he's our resident designer. But that's the type of stuff
they
that
tell you all that stuff, marketing, and
that's how they get people to spend money.
It's literally like functions in your brain that makes you look and focus on certain things, and say like a layout of a design, like where something is put at. Like, it sounds crazy, but it's literally like a method to it. So
it's all
crazy.
on purpose. It's always on purpose, man. But I think this is gonna be fun. I'm excited to see where both of these franchises go. Honestly, I hope we get a little bit more clarity from COD when it comes to the future. Like I said, these recent moves are good in the short term, but what else are you guys going to do to keep your player base around, to not rug pull us again, on your decision making, when it comes to multiplayer? Warzone, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I could care fucking less. Just excuse my language, excuse my French. I could care less where Warzone ends up, to be quite honest. I've always been an arena shooter guy. Even when we had our stint playing Warzone, Apex, I even tried PUBG PUBG once, hated it. Like it's just not really for me. But you know, you give me an arena shooter with consistent rules, spawns and stuff. Like I like that. It's
Search and destroy.
search and destroy. Like I'll never get that high back, and it makes me
The
sad.
tactician, that's what he wants. The tactician.
That's probably what it is. If we're being honest, like I don't have that the chance to use that part of my brain as much anymore.
It's okay, man.
And it just,
everybody can't be a running riot, bro. It's okay. Me, I just want to just run and riot.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do, and that's okay. Different styles of gameplay.
And that's the beautiful thing
Different
about
styles.
games, man, because everyone has a different opinion about how they want things. And you know, tell us what you guys think. Are you guys planning on skipping COD this year? Are you planning on playing Battlefield? You know, I would love to hear from our community what your thoughts are on this. We've had a lot of great discussion in chat today as well, which is awesome because this is how things progress. Not just conversation for the sake of being right, but actually trying to find answers is what I am.
And the world can learn from this.
Yeah, I would love that personally. So
it's okay to be a little different from each other.
Yeah.
It's okay and play different games and you know what I'm saying? Because we all have, I believe every single one of us, even here in chat, I think we all have our own little taste, our own little niche
Agreed.
type of games we like to play. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff that Darius might play that I'm not too keen of, and it might be stuff that I play and he's like, that's not really for me, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, Dave has already made his decision in chat. He said he's not buying another COD.
Dave, and I understand.
Fair enough, man.
I understand. I think I might be on that train with him. I don't want to say never, but until we get something significantly different, which I just think it's going to be hard for them to do because the longevity of COD is just kind of crippling itself a little bit. Like it's like there's only so much we can do, but I feel like they need to just redefine what they already have and just kind of work on a few things. And I'm just talking about just like housekeeping too, like we said, with like the menus, like little stuff like that goes a long way. Like clean that up. The optimization, you know, the bad, what is it, like getting disconnected all the time. And I always have such a rough time with Call of Duty, and I got fiber internet. And it's like I always have these weird disconnects, but I'm gonna play Battlefield and I'm gonna have a fresh breath of air, trying something different. I will be playing the BR, and you know me, they have a creative mode.
I would love to see you make some maps, honestly, man.
I'm gonna make the stupidest map you've probably ever seen. Okay, so it's already in my head.
That's the stuff I'm most excited to see from you, because I know you're really big into like map editors. I was kind of into the one for Halo, but not as much. Like seeing some stuff that people create is really just mind blowing.
Halo loses me because it's damn near like working in Unreal Engine. Like it's very
nowadays, it's
very technical, and I've tried to learn it multiple times. Like I've spent hours in Forge, and I'm just like, the most I've ever made was like a 2-bedroom building. Like it's too techy. Like, and I think what Battlefield did was make it very simplified. It seemed like you're just dropping, like it's click,
like
drag,
templates and stuff.
It's like Wix on crack. Like you can just kind of just drag and drop shit. And I think that was a great idea for them to do that, because Forge, you legitimately in Forge, I believe you can literally create Halo like 6 and 7 in Forge. Like it's so technical.
I'll give them that. They did give people a lot of tools, and one thing I always respected about Halo was there was a group of like really popular designers for Forge. I believe they call them their cartographers, kind of like, if you guys know Halo lore.
That's what it was, the cartographers.
Cartographers.
Dave and Weenie, you're the cartographers.
Yeah, Halo.
But yeah, it's like, there's just like Battlefield. I want to see what people create, and then they were a really popular group of, like, it's like a community of level designers. Yeah, they call themselves the cartographers, which is a pretty fire name, honestly. because people don't even do that anymore. Because I remember when
Mm-mm.
Forge first came out, like Halo was, they had Walmart, they had what, Waffle House, they was making all
Yeah,
kinds of just
people were going
really,
crazy.
but
Yeah,
now it seemed like they're making more, I don't want to say like professional, but
yeah. Yes,
there are
Winnie.
a lot
Yes.
of team-based maps now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're literally making stuff for like, you know, the competitive side, it seems like, for Halo. What's up, Bellcross? Um,
Yeah.
but yeah. Like I want to see, because they already said people. I wonder what Call of Duty is going to do about this, because people took maps from the beta and started creating it in Battlefield.
It's gonna
So
be interesting.
Battlefield has Call of Duty maps. They already
Yeah.
recreated Nuketown, and it looks good. Like it don't look like no piece of shit either. Like it looks good. So I wonder if Call of Duty gonna cease and desist. Like,
I
hey,
mean, they can't really do that though. In my opinion, like how can they really claim that that's if it's something community made, you know what I mean? Like and honestly, I think that would be worse for them to do in my opinion. I think, if you have that kind of stuff
just let it
because
ride.
yeah, because imagine if a Battlefield person who's only played Battlefield most of their life and they're like, hey, these maps are kind of fun. Maybe I want to check out COD. Maybe I want to check out Black Ops 7.
It's
Like,
almost like a promo.
yeah, there's nothing like I hate that.
Because I know in Nuketown you can not like, because Battlefield is so destructive. Like Nuketown, you can actually knock down the houses.
Yeah, like
So
like I miss like gaming being that where you had references from other franchises, like
yeah,
little
man.
nods to stuff. Like that would be cool. Like, let's not be so closed off to ideas. You know what I mean? Like I think that's fire,
Yeah,
personally.
man. Don't be trying to, sue.
Yeah.
It didn't work well for Drake. All right. So let's not do that. Let them cook. But it's
Oh,
crazy because
jeez.
the game ain't even like I guess some people got it early and they started map creating early. And they had the Black Ops beta. So they was like, yo,
Yeah.
I like this map. Let's see what it looks like over here. So
There
that's
was
crazy
there was
that
another
people are so
game.
talented.
I want to say it might have been Valorant that was making. Yes, it was Valorant. This happened actually a couple of months ago. Valorant. This might be a little bit different, I think, because they actually released this as an official map in the game, where it mirrored I think a pretty popular CS:GO map, almost down to like the exact layout, and people were mad about it.
CSGO ain't having that.
I mean, I think it's still in the game because once again, it's like you can't really claim copyright for the layout of something. That's like saying, "Oh, well, I made the layout for houses, so no
that
one
just
can
make
use this
me,
without paying me." That's just a
and that's
weird.
fine. That's fine. That just makes me hate Valorant even more. So,
Yeah,
I never
Valorant's not
liked
for me.
Valorant.
That's a game that just never. That and CS:GO.
I'm so glad people stopped playing that on stream. I'm a hater. I'm gonna just say it. I'm a hater. I hated that game. I know when some of my streamers that I watch,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I remember when Ninjala and them was playing that, I was just like, oh my god. Just like right now, like she's playing Marvel. I
Valorant,
don't wanna-
BZ, Valorant. He's hating on Valorant right now.
Valorant, I'm hating on Marvel. Y'all gonna get over Marvel. Y'all keep playing that, but y'all don't like it. Y'all don't
You're
like
not
that
convinced
game. I'm
people
telling
enjoy
you.
it.
People do not enjoy that shit because everybody I know who be playing it always be throwing up on the mic and going crazy.
I wish the community was nicer. Honestly, it's
Y'all don't enjoy that
unfortunate,
game.
but
We got some people in chat who play it. I'm not gonna point them out. I ain't gonna say nothing to them.
we got quite a few actually.
Marvel people in here, bro. Marvel, y'all don't enjoy it. Actually, man, love yourself. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
That would be
Love
funny.
yourself, okay? There's other games out there you can play.
You're not really having fun. Play something you actually enjoy.
I think I ain't gonna even say the streamer name. It looked like they were falling asleep playing that shit. Which is Squirrel Girl tapping buttons. I was like, okay.
That's funny, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
Bellcross, you be playing Marvel? You need to be playing Marvel, don't you? Bellcross been playing a lot of Borderlands, huh?
That's right. That's the only right answer. Borderlands is the only right answer right now. But
Beezy's been playing a lot.
shout out to Beezy because Beezy has been having a time in
Having a slice over there.
in oh my gosh.
Hollow Knight Land.
Hollow Knight, thank you. Yes. He's been having a time over there.
112% over here. 112%.
Getting all of the work in Hollow Knight, man. Much respect to this guy, bro. But,
hey, wait, hold on. Bellcross, you're never done with Borderlands, bro. You're never done.
Yeah.
Are all your characters 52?
Oh my
level
God.
52 and up?
Jesus Christ.
If not, get to work. You're never done. But yeah, we got some. Hey, look, come join our chat, man. We got some lively people in here. Mr. Bellcross himself, up here. It's always good to see the homie Bellcross.
Yeah, I'm gonna play some Battlefield. We'll see. I'm still gonna watch COD Esports. Of course, it's just something that I've been watching. Man, it's crazy to even say this out loud. Like 15 plus years at this point, almost half my life, which is it's just insane. I want COD to be better. We want COD to be better, and you should too. If you guys are listening to this, man, don't just listen and follow other people's opinions on things. Like, that's that was the whole point
of mob.
This. Yeah, don't just become a part of the hate mob. Like, if you don't like Call of Duty, don't like it for your own reasons. Don't just listen because your favorite YouTuber or somebody on Twitter said so. I would hope that we would all continue to form our own opinions, which is the beautiful thing about the world, right? Everyone can have their own opinion on things. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. We'll probably actually be playing some Battlefield today after the pod, but I think, we should probably honestly, I think we'll wrap it up here. Yeah, I can't keep snoozing these ads, and
the ads are really trying to. I'm seeing it on my end now. Like, it's up in the top corner. I see it.
I can't snooze them anymore. So, we'll talk about Xbox and next gen next episode. There's quite a bit to talk about. I know Xbox is in the toilet right now in public opinion, and people are thinking that they're exiting.
Can they fight their way out the toilet bowl?
With enough money, anything's possible.
Next on Dragon
Ball. As far as this episode, man, hey, thank you guys for hanging out for episode 244. It's always good to have the live shows. Like I said, if you guys are listening to the audio version, we record this every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/DailyStarArtist. Please come hang out, man. We have people from all walks of life that come hang out. Everybody's opinion is valid here. We don't suppress any voices in chat. So we love to hear your opinions on everything that we talk about and anything in general. So if you just want to come hang out, it'd be awesome to see you. So that's all I got. You guys can follow me everywhere, twitch.tv/DailyStarArtist. We're leaning towards no episode next week. My birthday is next week? Yeah, my birthday is next week, and DC's mom's birthday is the day after. That's my birthday twin. So we may just take the weekend unless something explosive happens. If something just out of the, I might just record something during the week, but
it's a surprise.
So yeah, we'll probably. Oh yeah, and Dave, yeah, my birthday twin in chat, my boy Dave, man.
Oh, lemon pepper, too much light skin.
Shout out to my birthday twin in chat, man. That's the homie guy.
Wait, y'all triplets?
Oh man, that's
where's
awesome.
My mother? See, where's my mother? Oh god.
Yeah, man.
Dude, y'all both came out and was screaming at the same time. The doctor did a double slap ass. Is what you telling me?
I think Dave has like a year or two on me. I can't remember, but I ain't gonna out him like that, homie.
Hey, Chad, I'm just gonna tell y'all for real. Dave got big shoulders. I ain't gonna.
You're stupid, man.
Big shoulders, bro.
He takes care of himself, guys. He takes care.
He's a fit individual, so get fit like him. All right.
Yeah. Oh, and Era's mom's birthday is in October. Hell yeah, man. See, that's awesome, bro.
Oh, birthday quadruplets.
October is where it's at, guys. It's where it's at. But yeah, that's all I got, man. I'm not gonna drag it on too long. DC, you got the outro, man.
This is your boy DC coming in hot for spooky season. No, I'm just joking. All right, guys, I'm going to make this quick because we are fighting that snooze button. Love yourself. That's right. Love your freaking self, man. Look in that mirror. You're sexy. You got big shoulders. Show them off. Wear a little shirt. Fling it to the side. I don't know. But yeah, have a good Saturday, guys. We enjoyed having you all here, chit-chatting about a little bit of Call of Duty. And I just want to send out love and healing energy.
Yes.
The world needs it, man. The world needs it. So I'm here to give it. And I'll fight that fight to the end of time. And that's all I got, man. Peace and love. Peace and love.
All right, thank you guys for hanging out. If you guys are in chat, like I said, hang around. We're gonna play some video games after. But if you're listening to the audio recording, we will see you guys next episode. See you later. Peace.
Peace.